walkers. I can breathe better. I can like ride my bike up a hill without having as much trouble, you know.
Now, knowing all the health consequences that you've learned in schools and things like that, why do you still smoke?
It's mostly because the consequences aren't immediate. They happen in the future, and I don't really see them now, so it really doesn't matter to me.
A couple of times, like I went to the doctors for like smoking. When they said I need to quit for a while. They said I should quit, period. But for a while, and I quit for a while. When I got better, and now I just started again.
What are the pictures that you see in your lungs?
All burnt, lungs are all messed up and just black and stuff. Compared to the healthy lung, that, you know what I mean? So I don't picture it. I don't want to picture it because I don't even want to think about it,
When I'm exercising, I definitely feel like my lungs feeling a bit clogged up, When I wipe out on the sides of your wave and I get held down for a longer period of time, I really feel my lungs, sort of caving in almost, and just getting short breath. And that's kind of scary,
I know that you're an athlete, and you're a big-time athlete. Why? Is that one of the reasons why you've chosen not to smoke?
Partially. I feel it kind of hinders my performance. I myself have asthma, and it's kind of bad for me. I end up feeling tired and sick almost, and I've never really tried smoking. I'd stay away from it because I've heard horror stories of how it's gonna, ruin my possibilities. My lungs are gonna get my lung capacity for oxygen, and I'm just not gonna be able to perform the same peak performance that I hope for.
When you originally started, did you think of the health reasons or anything like you've been taught, or was it just kind of an invincible type attitude?
Yeah, most definitely invincible. I didn't think it would affect me, but later on down the line, I figured out my lungs hurt every time I wake up in the morning. I cough up this icky, brown, red stuff out of my mouth. It's just nasty. So I want to quit, and I'm trying to today. We'll see how that works. I feel like I need an inhaler, man. I'm hating it. I'm hating it real bad.
I don't like smoking around people who don't smoke. I feel sorry for them because I remember what it was like when I didn't smoke, and I had to breathe other people's smoke.
I would never be in a relationship with somebody that smokes a cigarette because it's I can get secondhand smoke, and I wouldn't feel comfortable around that person. Yeah. I wouldn't, nah. What about you,
No,
Bobby?
I would never, just the fact, like he was saying, I wouldn't feel comfortable, and then I couldn't deal with a girlfriend with yellow teeth. I'm not with that. And I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm gonna love someone who could probably die, So I'll just look for a nice, good girl that's smoke-free.
Jessica, what are you doing? No one smokes in my car.
I'm just having a cigarette. I can roll down the window if you want me to.
No, that's not the point, Jessica. It's gonna smell in here for a long time.
Believe me, it won't smell. I smoke all the time and it's fine. I'll roll down the window, it'll be fine.
Jessica, I'm serious. The secondhand smoke gets to me. My mom smoked my whole life, and I used to not notice, but now she doesn't smoke in the house. And whenever it's in the house, you can smell it bad, and it does affect people.
My feeling on it is that it's my lungs and I can smoke if I want to. It's my choice.
But it's not just your lungs. Look, there's smoke all in here. I'm getting it too, and it's you smoking, but you get the secondhand smoke too. But I don't choose to have your secondhand smoke, so put it out.
Okay, I will.
Come to where the flavor is. Come to Marlboro country.
Now you say that you're addicted. How do you feel that you're addicted? How does that affect your life?
It affects my life because I know that I'm addicted and I have to have a cigarette here and there, but I know I can stop and I will stop.
You talk about having cravings and things like that. I know it's a harsh word, but do you consider yourself that you're addicted to smoking cigarettes now?
I would say that I probably am addicted to nicotine. I gotta have it, you know. I know when I want it and I have cravings. So yeah, I guess I'm addicted. It's not really that harsh of a word. It's just tobacco.
Dopamine is what gives you that natural high in your body. Yeah. And once you start smoking, nicotine takes over that natural high instead of dopamine, and that's how you become addicted.
When I found out I was pregnant, I stopped. That was the day I stopped. I said, well, I'm not doing this to my kid. Because I had heard about the commercials and what could happen. I didn't want that to happen to my kid. It's me and my son.
Basically, how are you going to stop?
I'm going to stop by throwing away all the cigarettes I have. Soon, very soon. I don't know when, but I will throw the cigarettes away and never hopefully touch them again.
So what do you imagine would actually get you out of smoking?
Not having to speak to anyone for about 3 to 4 weeks, not having to do anything that required my brain, not having to be nice to anyone, because when I give up smoking, I want to kill.
Do you think that you'll always be a smoker? Are you going to be a lifetime smoker? Do you think that this is just something you're going to do now? You're going to eventually quit?
I don't want to quit now because it seems like it's cool. I think I'd be a dork if I quit or something. But I don't want to smoke when I'm older because I'm afraid I'll die of lung cancer or one of those other diseases.
Two of my friends stopped smoking because I had told them that I was pregnant and I didn't want them near me. And they felt like, well, if she's not going to be near me, then we can't be friends no more. So they decided to stop smoking. And I was proud of them for stop smoking.
How about educating against smoking and like the hazards, the health hazards, things like that? How has that affected your opinions on smoking?
All throughout elementary school, I was totally against smoking, and I listened to everything they said about it, and I never wanted to smoke, but as soon as I got into high school, all my friends smoked, so I thought it was cool, so I didn't care about any of that anymore. I just wanted to smoke so I could be cool. And I don't think there's anything that they could have said that would have changed that.
Personal knowledge from seeing it, being around it, and definitely the DARE program helped earlier on, and you became to realize that you're going to have to be a free thinker when you grow up in life and have to be by yourself, and a lot of the times the situations you're in, and you're going to have to decide for yourself.
I took it seriously, and I learned from my adults that it wasn't good to smoke.
Well, I didn't get, the DARE kind of stuff until 5th or 6th grade, and by then I was already trying to get cigarettes and smoking in the creek with my friends. Once you're addicted, it's really hard to quit, and so they have like programs at school, try and quit smoking. I haven't tried any of those, and I'm not sure how they would work, but it doesn't seem like that something at school is going to get a kid to quit smoking.
My school is giving me a little bit of information on